Are we live?
Oh.
Oh man.
We got you.
Hey, legit, that's the first time I've seen that.
True,
That's
man.
the first time I've seen that. I got chills.
You did?
Really?
I still haven't seen it.
Cool.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
So, can we change the Patreon? Does it have to say Project X?
No, we're changing the fucking Patreon.
All right.
Okay.
Can we change it?
Yes.
Let's change it. We are officially.
Should I do it right now? I'll do it
Yeah,
right now.
go do it right now. As of today, we are officially announcing our new project. We are returning to Mega64 version 4.
Dude, how long has it been?
Version. It's actually all right. A little bit confused. It's version 4.1.
0.1. Yep.
Revenge-erection.
Sounds
We
good.
took
Yeah.
two words, revenge, resurrection, put them together. Revenge-erection. We are resurrecting. We are resurrecting Mega64. We are coming
Dude.
back. It's version 4.1. You know, in the past we've done a season of a show,
Right.
6 episodes, 6 half-hour episodes. This one is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
We want to do a feature-length movie and kind of have it tell a portion of the story.
It wouldn't be a whole
of
season,
version
but
4.
it's this part of the story of version 4.
Yeah, and I guess you could presume that there will be more to follow, but as of right now, we're just focusing on this one. This is Project X. This is our feature-length film.
Yeah.
This is Mega64 version 4.1, Revenge-erection.
Nice.
I cannot tell you how nice it feels to see the chat explode
Yeah.
like that.
And let us say, the milestone still stands.
Yeah.
When we hit that goal, version 4.1, Revenge-erection, Mega64's new feature-length, it'll be available online for free.
For free.
Anybody can stream it. If they've never heard of Mega64, they can start with this.
Also, if you're a newer fan, the older fans know that we always put out a fake trailer with
oh yeah,
a real trailer.
Wouldn't it be a trailer without a fake trailer?
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Been
So-
that way forever.
Since we started.
Hardcore fans knew what was up. You never lost.
Really?
faith.
Since we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always
Version
had-
2 had a fake trailer.
I think it's the first video on our YouTube channel is version 2 fake trailer.
Yeah.
I think
it
you're
used,
right.
It
Wow.
used to be, our first upload used to be the regular version 1 trailer, but there was some like issue or something with it. So yeah, that's the first
Is
thing.
there going to be a physical version? Somebody asked. Yeah, there will be a physical version. It
Right.
will be available on DVD and Blu-ray, just like everything we do. But this will be our first project that we put available in its entirety online for free. If
Yeah,
we meet that
we'll
milestone.
work out those details as we
Right.
work on it more, honestly, because
Yeah.
we you know, but yeah, I mean, we would love to do that. But anyway, yeah, we're continuing the Mega64 main series storyline universe, whatever you want to call it, in this new kind of way, in this new kind of format where the continuation of the story is told in this kind of sort of movie-like chapter. I mean,
Well, you know, I feel like it's a common thing to do nowadays for a TV show to make a movie.
Didn't Evangelion do that?
Evangelion does it.
Didn't Dragon Ball do that?
Dragon Ball does it.
Yeah.
Futurama does it. Family Guy does it. I mean, like, so many.
if Family Guy does it, we have to do it.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're following in the footsteps
Well,
of the
no,
greatest,
we're in
okay?
widescreen now.
We're standing on the shoulders of giants. No, I think it's, in this day and age, it's natural for, I watch Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys does it. Everybody
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
TV show. If they can't continue with the series for whatever reason, just
Well,
do your story as a
I
movie.
think what it came down to was we all wanted to make a movie, and we all wanted to make version 4, so we thought, why can't we just do both of those things? So that's what this is, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, that was, and we'll go into that more about our path to kind of doing a more movie-like thing.
Yeah.
And I say movie trepidatiously a little bit because we don't know, honestly, like, we're not done with this. We don't know where it will be. Maybe it'll be 45 minutes long. Maybe it'll be 7 hours long. We honestly don't.
It won't be 7 hours.
No, it's probably not. It's likely not going to be 7 hours. We don't really know where it's going to fall. We don't have any. Honestly, we don't have anything breathing down our backs to make it any one way. We're going to make it as good as we want to make it. And again, that's what happened with Sequence Erase. That was meant to be a 7 to 8 minute anniversary video that turned into an almost half-hour special. And we had unexpected special guests in it. Hideo was in it. All kinds of stuff. So the goal was just to make it as good as we can make it, and that's our goal with this. Is we're not putting the gun to our heads to make it force ourselves to make it a certain way. I mean, that's even the reason it doesn't follow the format of version 1, 2, and 3 necessarily. You know, it's not quite released in that way. Is we just want to make the best thing possible and throw the rules out. So
yeah, and a lot of people have wondered why we didn't make version 4 for so many years.
Yeah.
How long is it? It's been 6 years, right? Since version 3 came out.
yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
just
crazy.
a hair over. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to tell you a little bit about why it took so long for version 4 to go into production.
I'm going to go set up for the next segment.
Okay, cool.
And I'll let you guys handle
Do you
the
want to play
rest
the
of
trailer
it.
again before we get into it? People are asking for that. Do you want to do it one more time? Or do you...
It's up to you guys.
Nah.
No?
It'll be up on YouTube in just a moment.
Okay.
In about 2 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, arriving at why? Yeah, where have we been? Basically,
Where have we been? Yeah.
why wasn't there version 4 before?
Why
What
did
have
it
we been
take
doing?
so long for us to get here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, let's rewind back to 2010 and let's retrace our steps down old memory lane and see what we've been up to for all this time.
Yeah.
Version 3, Mega64 version 3, what was that release? Summer of 2010, right?
Yeah.
It came out at
Yeah.
Comic-Con, and immediately after we had finished, we knew that we were going to take a short break before getting into production on our next thing, whether it was going to be version 4 or something bigger. We had always kind of hoped that maybe Mega64 would be turned into a TV show, or perhaps somebody would approach us with a development deal to make a movie. And yeah, we got a lot of good response from version 3. We had a lot of people telling us, like, you guys can really make something. Like, let's work together. And a lot of people came and went, you know, a lot of people say let's work together, but nothing ever comes out of it.
There is a term as talk is cheap, and we found out that is 100% true.
Yeah.
People will promise you the world and say, oh, we'll get this done. It'll be a billion things. It'll be awesome. And then you don't hear from ever again. So
Or you do work with them and it's not really what, you know, it's a compromise on a level that maybe is not going to really benefit anybody, or, you know, anything could happen, you know, and that's just true of entertainment.
Yeah,
in
but
general.
we got contacted by this really reputable company in Los Angeles, and they were actually founded by a really big celebrity, an A-list celebrity. And the message was, you know, we've noticed you guys. We think you're really funny. We want you guys to come in and talk to us. How long ago was it that we had that meeting?
that was 2012 in January.
Because you found out that day.
I found out that day that Jenny was pregnant with Sawyer.
That's how long
That's
ago
how I
it
remember
was.
that day. So because it was that news, and then we went to LA to have this meeting.
Yeah, should we say who the celebrity was?
No, let's not.
Well, I can't say who the celebrity was, but just to give you an idea of the kind of celebrity, this person has been in over 20 films, you know, #1 movie at the box office multiple times. You absolutely have seen more than one movie with this person. This person had multiple movies come out in the last 2 years.
You can tell your grandma who it was, and your grandma would know who
This
it was.
is a big celebrity, and you know, comedy person. They have their own production company, and they want to make a movie with us. So that's cool. We all kick around some ideas, and we come up with an idea for a movie, and we go to a meeting, we pitch it with them, and they love it, and they tell us that we should write a treatment, which we don't know what that is. So we look it up, and we're like, all right, we'll do it, and we write this whole treatment out for this movie idea. Should we say what the idea is?
No, let's not do that.
I say cards are on the table. Let's give the
I'm
let's give the
100%
title and say what it was
No,
about.
are you serious?
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
man.
we
All
wrote
right.
this treatment, and they loved it, quote unquote. You know what I found out though? I heard this once, and it was like, in Hollywood, you are everyone's best friend. Everybody loves you until they don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no, they really love us. I mean, we're Mega64. Come on, we're the funniest guys in the world. So they loved the treatment, and they said, okay, we're going to move forward, write a script. And so we did. We wrote a script for a movie.
You know, this whole time, obviously, we're making videos for you guys doing podcasts. We're not talking about this.
Hey, this has been going on since 2010. Everything we've accomplished since
Yeah.
then, this is what's been happening in the background.
Behind the scenes,
This is
exactly.
why this is why version 4 never happened all this time. The
People are
movie.
sitting there bummed out. Don't be bummed out.
No, we wrote them.
Hey, just wait. Listen till the story's over.
Yeah. But point is about what we're going and explaining here. We wrote a movie. Even aside from this version 4 thing, we have a script for a movie that I love.
It has nothing to do.
That has
with
nothing to do with this.
Any-
On top of this,
Yeah, so
it's good stuff. We're just talking about the path to get it.
You know, when you write a movie, things change a lot, titles change a lot. It was called this, it was called that, but ultimately, and for the last few years, our script has been titled Cosplayers.
Cosplayers, a movie.
A movie.
Wrap
called-
your brain around that.
We wrote a movie called Cosplayers. Man, I feel like I don't want to go too much into the story because I still
No,
I
of
still
course
wanna
not.
make
Of
it.
course
still
not.
hope-
Don't go too
yeah.
far into the.
I still hope we make this movie someday.
Yeah.
We legitimately, I know everyone's laughing. Oh, cosplayers movie script. We
Hey.
legitimately gave it to one of the biggest production houses.
Yeah, hey.
They read it. I mean,
You-
they were really into it.
You can laugh. You could say that's dumb. This has been the last 6 years of our life writing this script and going
Yeah.
through all these meetings and things.
And honestly, I mean, you know, we went through lots of revisions with them and we worked with them and stuff like that. However, one of the contributing reasons why it didn't just happen, I mean, I'm sure, you know, they might have just hated it and didn't tell us. Who knows?
Maybe.
However, one of the biggest reasons is honestly just there's a shift in their business.
Yeah,
and
so-
it didn't really fit in with their.
Yeah, we were writing this script and we thought it was good. And our contact at this company, he would read it every few months and he'd be like, "Hey, this is good. These are my notes. This is still good. You know, polish this, keep polishing it." And we were kind of working towards something and getting positive feedback consistently.
Yep.
And working towards this is good, this is good, this is good. And then two things happened. That company had a movie come out that bombed. Happens all the time in
Maybe
Hollywood.
more than one.
Maybe
but
more
I
than
don't
one, but
remember.
they had a big like bomb, and suddenly, ooh, making movies with a couple of no names off the internet doesn't seem so promising anymore.
Yeah, didn't seem so great.
And secondly, the guy that we had been working with for about 3 or 4 years at this point, moved on.
Got a new job.
Got
Which
a,
happens.
Got
Yeah.
a new job. He messaged us one day and was like, "Hey guys, kind of bad news, but I'm no longer with this company, so I will no longer be facilitating this project. Here's contact information for people at the company, but send it to them." And frankly,
They were like, "Who are you?"
yeah, the project was
Which-
gone,
Yeah.
Happens.
which happens.
every single day.
It was a
Everyone.
bummer, and honestly, whoa, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say who it is. It's not Adam Sandler. I promise you, it's
Well,
not Adam Sandler.
If it was Adam Sandler, we would say it's not Adam Sandler.
True, but you can stop saying that.
The script wasn't even finished at that point, but it was close to being finished, so we decided to continue on with it. You know what? We'll just finish it and see what happens. And then we got an interesting meeting with a producer, totally unrelated to that, who makes the biggest movies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
This guy makes, can we say the franchise?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I don't know if we're allowed to.
Boy, this is like, hey, let's say
Sorry.
the movies that this guy makes, we may have made fun of on this podcast.
Of course.
Yeah.
We've ripped them to shreds. It's those kinds of movies. It is the $100 million CGI bonanza
Yeah.
type action blockbusters that, you know, they'll get The Rock to be in it, or Mark Wahlberg, or, you know, Kevin Hart, or, you know, it's those kinds of
Yeah.
movies. We
Yeah.
had a meeting with that producer. In fact, he invited us to this really fancy restaurant outside of Disneyland, and it was so cool. And we got to sit down with him
Yeah.
and pitch ideas. And we pitched this this script, which he thought was funny, but he told us, he's like, "You know what? I don't want to do a script. I want to develop a brand new TV show with you guys, and I don't want it to be Mega64. I want you guys to write something new." And that was cool. And it was like kind of the same thing that we had just gone through, but another opportunity with an even bigger person now. And
Right.
so we started developing another
And
project.
let me say that in the back of our minds, we always thought like, hey, this might not work out, but worst case scenario,
it's
we'll
getting
have
hot
a
here.
movie script, or we'll have
Yeah.
a TV show script, or
Yeah.
we'll have,
We'll
you
be
know,
sitting
so-
on something good.
right.
Yeah.
So that's the worst case if we have something, which is
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
that's
and
what I was
so
going into.
we try to develop a TV show, and you know, not to get too much into that, because our main focus, honestly, was cosplayers. That is
Right.
what we had been working on for years and years and years and years. And you know, lo and behold, kind of the same thing happened on a faster timeline. Like that person moved on to work on a different project. And what's funny is, I see advertisements for that project. I know what he went to go work on, and I see it's coming out now.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm seeing all these ads like all over YouTube, and I just think like, this was our show, and now it's this show. Now it's this show.
Oh, well.
Shit. And it's kind of actually like fun to go through this process a little bit because you're going through kind of what it is to
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just-
It's interesting regardless of
we're
anything
three
else.
idiots from Santee, California. We don't,
Yeah.
so now we're experiencing this stuff, and it happens in Hollywood every single day. But it's just, even though these things aren't coming to fruition, it's still cool that we're doing it, and we have the opportunity to pitch shit. I don't know. It's neat.
Yeah, and so that kind of dried up, and whenever a project dries up, we don't know what to do. It's kind of like we're left in the middle of the desert. We gotta walk home, like collect ourselves. So the script dried up, the show dried up, and we kind of just went back to making videos, doing our DVDs, doing conventions. We were getting ready to work on our next big project, and then fast forward to last summer when we got featured in Variety magazine, which was huge for us. We were put on this top 10 list of comedians to watch, and we noticed we were like one of two people on that list, maybe the only group on that list that didn't have a TV show.
Yeah.
Seriously. Which was kind of flattering and also fucking a bummer. And so, immediately after that article came out, we got contacted by another company, a production company based out of Hollywood, and this time it was a TV production company, and they've produced lots of TV that you've already seen.
Yeah.
They kind of specialize in reality TV, but they also do scripted stuff. And
Yeah, honestly, it's a good company because they really had a pretty solid docket of both.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, they do reality stuff, they do scripted stuff, and we kind of fall in between. Like, we do reality stuff and scripted stuff, so we thought it'd be a good fit. And they were riding high on that variety thing, so they invited us up. And what's funny is I've realized in doing these meetings, every meeting you go to, you get the door slammed in your face, and then you go back to another meeting, and you go through the same meeting, and then you get to the next level. It's like, we have a meeting, pitch your ideas. We don't like those ideas. We have another meeting, pitch your ideas. We like them, write a treatment. We don't like the treatment. And then they like the treatment,
make it a little
they like the
further every
script. And then they like the script, and it's like, all right, let's film something. And that's what happened with this production company.
Yeah.
They liked our idea. They liked everything we wrote and pitched. What were you going to say?
Yeah, well, I was just going to talk about kind of what it was. Is with them, this production company is awesome because they were really just into Mega64. They were into. We told them,
and the contact knew of the Aquabats.
Yeah, they were Aquabats fans. They were. It was a great place to be, and we worked with them on getting on. Basically, we told them about our main series. That back in the day we did. Years ago we did this kind of half-hour show, and it had a story, but then there were skits in it too, and basically version 1, 2, and 3, talking to them about stuff like that. And they were honestly the first company that we brought that kind of thing up to that was like, wow, damn, that's really cool. It's kind of hybridized of the two. They kept trying to peg us in one or the other, but it was kind of a combination of both.
Yeah, we had to have a meeting, like a big meeting with the heads of both departments.
Yeah. And so, and they were really into that. And honestly, they're great people. They're still great people. I really like the guys over there. And they actually helped us shoot basically not a pilot, but an abbreviated pilot, I guess.
What
we filmed some scenes.
I'll break it down for you because it kind of took a while for me to wrap my brain around it, but they almost had us fake a first season of a television show.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, we didn't film a first season, but we filmed things that could be edited to look like it had been taken from many episodes. Just us being funny, we change our clothes, go to some other place, do something else.
Yeah.
And then they mixed it, with the stuff we'd done on the internet, and like, it was like a big hype piece for us. And they told us, like, hey, we don't want to waste your time. We only want a year. Give us a year, and we will shop this around to everybody. We're sure it'll get picked up. And, we've come a long way. We have representatives, agents in Hollywood, whatever. They negotiated the deal. They're like, no, you can't waste these guys' time. You have 6 months to make this happen. And we were really excited, and so were they. So we filmed this thing. Then we didn't hear anything for a while. After a few months, they showed us what they had edited together, and we thought it was really good, really funny.
Yeah, it was actually, you know what? And I want to say about it is my nervousness going into this was, I've always been really like scared to share our original series with other people. You know what I mean? Like doing a bigger production out of it, because I don't want it to lose its charm that people like of version 1, 2, and 3. You know, I want to make it, I would love to have that be on TV,
Right.
but at the same time, I don't want to get handed to producers who don't know what it is or are going to screw it up. You know, whatever. This company not only understood what we were trying to do, but what we filmed, this kind of pitch package thing, man, it had all the same kind of gags and aesthetics and stuff that you would have expected, right? From like if an episode followed version 3 right now,
It was very Mega 64.
yeah, I thought it honestly nailed after we watched it.
For going to their warehouse and having them
Yeah,
filming
it in Hollywood.
yeah,
Yeah,
it still felt like Mega 64. Which,
yeah,
I was
really
proud
proud of it. Yeah.
and that was cool. And you know what? Let me pause here because I know a lot of people in the chat are trying to guess who these companies are.
Yeah.
And they're saying like, tell us. We're not going to tell you, but honestly, you wouldn't know who they are because we found out that when you're working in TVs and movies, there are so many different companies involved that are behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That there are companies that have their finger in every production.
Yeah.
And you would have never heard about them.
Yeah.
And we're dealing like with these kinds of companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like ABC, True TV. It is,
HBO. We were at their headquarters.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that.
yeah, those are the names. Those are the companies that everybody knows the names of. But there are a lot of other very important companies that are behind the
Involved,
scenes.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So anyway, so they did that, and honestly, where that kind of ended up is they showed it to a lot of different companies, networks have seen it.
well,
yeah.
to be honest, there was a while where we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, because honestly,
we didn't hear anything for a long time.
Yeah, we didn't for a very long time, and it was because honestly, their company, like we said a minute ago, has so many different shows. It was still unclear what division should work on our show and edit this thing and do it. It really was unclear, but I give them credit. They waited. They knew there was someone in their. They knew there were people in their company that knew of our show and knew what we were going for. They were busy and tied up with other projects, and they waited until they were available to put this together.
They really worked hard for us. No, they didn't screw us or anything.
No, it was a great experience, and it was worth the wait.
We didn't hear anything for a long time, and slowly we started getting contacted from other companies for more meetings and stuff. But what was cool this time is we would go into these big production companies, movie producers, and they would have actually heard of us this time, and they've seen this demo reel.
Yeah.
They didn't pick it up.
Well, here's the thing.
Not yet.
Here's the thing. It's still being shown around.
It's as of today. It's still being shown around.
And honestly, what was interesting about it is there were no no's. There was
That's
no.
true. That's true.
There was no. This sucks or no, ew. There was really no negativity. People really enjoyed it. Honestly, and intermingled with these new scenes that we filmed, there was also like a lot of our older skits that were classics or things that we thought were visually entertaining. Were mixed in there, and people were really into it. It's just it was a matter with a lot of these places of how do we execute this? Where does it fit? Do we need to ask permission of the video game companies? Do we need to? It became a lot of what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
And also,
it wasn't negativity. It was just what do we do?
And not that this was a huge factor, but there still are people who do not understand what Mega 64 is. And I know that there are executives making these decisions who were like, oh, so you guys make video games, or you can interview video game people? Like, it's kind of a hurdle to get people to understand Mega 64.
Yes.
So, like, as many people that do support us, I feel like they run into problems as well. Everybody's trying really hard, but it's an uphill battle a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway. So yeah, that there's really there's no negative vibes here. It's all positive vibes.
Yeah.
We were really proud of what we were pitching around, and it's still out there. I know for a fact there are still networks and companies out there that have this thing we made in their possession. And in terms of what was in it, again, just the content of it, it was very, without going into it because I feel like
we don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it. Maybe there's still something going on with it. Who knows? But it was something that was a very different place and a very different time in the Mega 64 universe.
Yeah.
Same but different. Very, very much in the style of our old episodes, but at the same time, it worked in a way where it could follow up. It worked in a way where new viewers could turn it on the TV and love it, but it also would follow up version 3. However, What we're doing now, you know, with all of this, we're kind of playing a waiting game,
Yeah.
and things like that. In behind the scenes of all this stuff, working on the movie script, the series pitch, all these things. Every day we would come back and go, wish we were just filming version 4.
Yeah, so many people just want version 4.
I mean, honestly, I'm going crazy. I want to work on something big.
and
Let's do it.
it was also like, hey, this script might not be working out. You know what? If this script doesn't work out, let's focus on version 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the script doesn't work out, and we immediately get another deal. Like, hey, they want to do a TV show. All right, if this doesn't work out, we'll work on version 4. And that
Yeah.
kept happening.
Yeah.
Until suddenly it was like, fuck, man. 6 years of our life have gone by.
Yeah.
And we haven't worked on a big project because
Yeah.
we've been chasing all of these promises and negotiations from
Yeah.
these big companies.
Which is not necessarily bad.
It's
but
not a bad thing,
Exactly.
but you know what?
Yeah.
You turn around and you find that all this time is gone, and you think to
Yeah.
yourself, like, is it going to be another 6 years? Am I going to turn around again and have nothing to show for it? And
Yeah.
so we kind of decided, you know what? If this 6-month period ends and nothing comes to fruition, let's just
Dive in.
dive right in.
Yeah.
And frankly, that is what has happened. That
Yes.
is what has happened.
And going back to what I was saying a second ago, this thing that we pitched was able to continue the Mega64 universe, but different place, different time. It was something, you know, I'm not going to go into that, but it worked for that show.
Right.
This is straight up the continuation of after version 3.
Right.
What happens after, you know, whatever. It's, you know, something more, you know, our fans are going to love it. It's, I mean, I think our fans would have loved the other thing too.
I do.
But this is the true continuation without having to pivot any kind of one thing to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
So it's gonna, I think it's really gonna be, people are really gonna.
Not only that, too, I feel like, you know, when version 1 came out, we were amateurs, and version 2 came out, we had leveled up a little bit. We were a little bit better.
Leveled up amateurs.
Leveled up amateurs. You know, we had a little bit, we actually got lights and cameras. And then version 3 came out, we leveled up again. We actually learned how to use our lights and cameras.
Yeah.
And I remember when version 3 came out, I was so proud, I felt like we can't get any better. Like, we can't do version 4 because it won't be any better than version 3.
I mean, good luck. I mean, how you
I
topping
no
it?
longer feel that way. I feel like we have leveled up again.
Yeah.
Version 4 will be leaps and bounds beyond what was accomplished in version 3. And yeah, that's, like you said earlier, it's exciting to work on a project like that where you feel like I really get to show off what's inside here, what I'm passionate about, what I'm dying to unleash.
You know, for Christmas, my stepmom gave me a really nice frame, and it was the Variety article, and it was like Variety, and then like a picture of us, and it was like a really great present. But I was like embarrassed by it. I was like, you know, nothing happened with this show. Like nothing came. We were in it, but that's it. And I just kind of put it in the garage as like hidden or some stuff because I was embarrassed. And then later I thought like, I'm so glad that we had these experiences and we did all this stuff and the three of us did it together after, you know, being in high school together back in 2000, you know, like all this shit. And like, I am proud that we were in this. So now I have it hanging up and I'm so excited that we went through all this and now we're back to filming version 4 because this is where we should be.
Yeah.
This is where like I feel like
Yeah.
we belong here.
When we were shooting something, when we were shooting stuff recently, it was honestly, specifically what you saw in that teaser we showed earlier. There was excitement that there. I mean, whatever. We have fun working on videos all the time, but it's a different kind of excitement to kind of be within that universe and within that space and all that stuff.
Right.
And when we were working on that, it was just very like pumped, like, you know,
It
was-
felt
yeah,
like being
yeah.
back in Mega64, doing it again.
Yeah. So it was anyway. So
It was really cool.
it was a lot of fun. It's just a different experience. And again, like when we did Sequence Erase, it was never meant to be like an episode or a full thing.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned into that, and it was fun. Like, you know, coming here at night with a bunch of people, and we're talking about how this is going to tie into that, and it's like, this, I want to do.
But also,
let's do fucking
too,
version 4.
You know
What do
what?
we do?
Like, I feel like it can't be said enough. We've learned so much in these 6 years.
Yeah.
Filming the videos, everybody can see. Watch our videos now compared to our videos 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that we've improved. But also, what you can't see, but what you now know is we have so much more experience writing movies and developing projects now. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be pretty exciting to work
And
on.
we still have a movie script and a TV show script.
Yeah.
And, you know, we still have that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say next is, hey, that script is sitting there and it can be made. It's not the end of it. I know for a fact, too, that even that movie script, something we didn't say a minute ago, it's still being read by a couple different people right now.
Right.
That's the story isn't over with that movie script. You could see a cosplayer's movie. And I'm still, I know.
It's probably not what you're expecting.
It's not really, no. Yeah, it's got an actual, it's a story.
It's an actual movie.
It's
characters,
not a bunch of images set to music. It's
Yeah.
a movie. And it exists and people are reading it. And if they don't pick it up or doesn't go here, I'm open to figuring something out with that. I'm open to, maybe would you fund something like that? I don't know. We haven't talked about doing anything like that. But is that something people are interested in? I don't know. Is anybody interested in that? I don't know, but I would love to do that at some point. So that's still in the cards. Cards are here. They're on the table.
They're on the table.
And it's still a possibility that I would love to do. But the time is now for version 4. The time is now. Long enough.
Yeah.
We're going to, that's our priority right now. So it really would help. Again, we're doing this version 4 thing. That's our MO. That's what we're doing.
Right.
Regardless of anything else. The world is crumbling outside. Brexit 2.0 starts happening. Anything. We're going to work on version 4. We're doing that on our own.
Right.
But I really will say,
Yeah.
hitting that reward tier or that goal on Patreon, we really need that to get it out efficiently and do it all the time. That really does help.
Helps
It's
speed up
not
the process.
We're funding it ourselves regardless, whatever. But by doing that, we can keep our regular stuff. We can get this out on a regular basis. And also, honestly, if this goes well, I'd love to do another one, and be able to, whatever. So that's my dream with this. That's our dream on paper right there. Bam. Oh, I guess it's on a website. That's not paper.
It's on the screen. Dream
print
on the
it,
screen.
print
Dream on the screen. You know what I mean? That's the dream, and that's why I hope we can hit that. I would love to hit that today. I think we should try.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk shop
Uh-oh.
to the fans. I feel like they don't care. They don't want to hear about it. Maybe they do, but I don't like to talk about it. But maybe you've noticed that we no longer do videos for a third-party company. We used to be with
Rarely.
IGN. We used to be with GameSpot. We used to have these
Yeah.
regular partnerships.
Game trailers.
Game trailers, yeah, excuse me. We used to have these regular partnerships that, gave us a venue to do consistent videos, but also helped support us so that we could continue to do that. We are completely independent now, and that is why, we have our milestones set up to help us focus on version 4.
And not have the need for that. We don't have to stop version 4 production to do, a commercial for your card game.
We're
Which we might
completely
do a
independent.
commercial for something that's rad, though.
Yeah, if it's now we have a radness clause.
If
in our
Reggie
contract.
calls us again, or
Yeah.
Kojima gives us a ring, we're
we're
sorry,
there.
We're doing it.
We're there.
We're doing
That's regardless. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, that's our story. That's what we've been up to
That's-
for the past half a decade.
it. Man, it feels weird. It feels weird talking about that.
Yeah, we've kept that
I
under
really
wraps
haven't
so long.
told family members.
Yeah,
this.
and I know the details would be better if you knew the names of the big people involved, but you know us. Okay?
You know us.
We're the stars of the story. You just need to know that, we've been around the block a couple times. We've talked to some people, some big dogs.
Yeah, we did. That.
I'm gonna give one hint to who we talked to.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hi. Loveline. Hi. I'm not Dr. Drew.
Psycho Mike.
Yeah. Fuck, he gave it away.
I knew it.
Fuck, I wasn't gonna say the name.
Yeah.
That's not true. We didn't.
You know what? I have an idea. We can say people that it's not, but who are of the caliber of who we talk to.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, it's like we get into dangerous territory here. but
Okay, then we won't.
You can.
It's okay.
Dr. Dre.
Not Adam Sandler.
And not, hey, fuck it, not Adam Carolla. That was
Not
a-
Adam
wasn't
Sandler,
it?
not
that was
Adam
a trick.
Carolla,
No Adams.
not Will Ferrell.
Not Will Ferrell.
But you know what? This person could, if this person was at a dinner party and
Yeah.
those 3 people we mentioned were there, our person would walk up and
Yes.
join the conversation.
He
true.
would.
That's true.
true.
Yeah.
They would be expecting him.
Yes,
Yeah.
they would.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would be sad if he didn't show it.
And in fact, he would probably be the most successful one of the group.
I'll go with that. I agree with that.
Maybe.
I agree.
And as far as the movie producer, the person did not produce.
Go ahead.
Jurassic World.
It's true, he didn't.
Did not produce
That's
Jurassic
a
World.
good point. That's
But-
a good point.
But it is like of that caliber. This person produced a movie that was, just as complicated to make and stomach.
Oh man.
So
Jurassic World might have made a little more money.
I don't think so, honestly.
Jurassic World made it's like number 3 movie of all time.
This guy's movie might be number 4. I don't know what's on the list, so I'm just spitballing. But seriously.
I don't know if it made more money, but it's definitely behind the other one that we made.
Anyways, just to give you an idea, seriously, it doesn't answer much, but it gives you an idea of, what we've been doing.
Yep.
Cool. That's it for, memory lane. We wanted to.
That was so deep.
It was.
Yeah.
It was deep.
That was like
Yeah, but honestly, for years people are going like, what are you doing? What are
Hey,
you doing?
can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we were reading Justine's book, and it was like, man, why are you bumming out? You just be mad that Justine's doing all this stuff, and it's just like, if you only knew the shit we've been working on,
Honestly,
the doors
no.
that have been fucking closed in our face.
But that's what I was gonna say. Is something that happens a lot is we pause working on videos for a little bit, or maybe we're a week late or something. It's usually because we were in LA trying to work this stuff out or do this or do that and make these bigger deals happen. And the one thing that is a little, the only thing I'll say that's a little sad is sometimes when a video gets delayed a week or there's a little bit of a break, we will get emails talking that are just how lazy are you guys? Jeez, you guys are fucking lazy. Oh my God, you guys, if you only knew how many nights I slept like an hour to try to make shit happen just so before we went to no, in all honesty, like there's so many stretches of time where maybe we didn't have a video come out where it was like I'm barely sleeping to get stuff together so that we can go to LA to make a big impression and film this thing and whatever and then you would get emails saying like, wow, you guys are fucking lazy, what happened to them? And it's like, oh, you guys, I just want to share this with you. I really do. Those are the hardest points. But hey, that's not a sad thing in terms of you broke me or people out there broke me or anything like that. No, because I believed in the stuff we were doing so much that was the whole reason to do it. And I knew we were going to get stuff like that because from the other side of it does, I know how it looks and I totally understand that.
Yeah, and
but it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge.
We don't ever post pictures of what we're working on.
Yeah.
We don't ever fucking, can't wait for everybody to see this. And it's like us in a stupid costume.
Sure.
We don't like to leak out anything
Exactly,
about a project.
exactly.
We want the project to be completed, be perfect, blow your mind.
Exactly.
Sniper shot. Blow your mind. And so when these projects were falling apart, that's the thing. I see people in the chat asking, are there any deals that are completely dead, that have completely fallen apart that you can talk about? No, because that's not how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Your deal never is completely dead. They just stop talking to you for a long time. And then 3 years later, they'll call you up. Oh, I don't know why we fell off. Because you fucking stopped responding to us. But, that's how it is. Everybody wants to keep the doors open. Nobody burns any bridges.
No.
So, we never felt comfortable talking about this. But now we've kind of cleared our plate. We've said, hey, we're going to put all that stuff on hold, definitely. Well, I guess if it's on hold for now, we can give people an idea of where we've been.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just to reiterate, none of this is really negative. I mean, it sounds like, oh, maybe this or that didn't work out, but we're still hustling. We're still here and we're still doing it. And the fact is we had great experiences. I mean, things didn't work out, but there was never anybody that screwed us over.
Nope.
And honestly, I'll pat ourselves on the back for a moment. May I, Eric?
Go ahead.
You may.
For a moment.
Yes, for a moment.
Hurry up.
We have still never been involved in something where we got totally screwed or whatever. We're always incredibly cautious. And sometimes things are slow because we are so cautious, but I would rather it be that and have things come out that are true to us and work out well than go into some deal where, we don't own this anymore, or we don't, we got screwed out of this.
Yeah, we've avoided those deals.
Almost anyone I know, almost everybody I know in our field who makes videos for a living or something in entertainment, whatever, I could say almost all of them that I know has something where they were screwed over or lost something that was dear to them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I can safely say we've never had that happen. We've worked with great people, and if they weren't great people, we didn't fucking work with them.
And the only trade-off is they're famous and we're not.
Yeah, honestly.
That's it.
So, things that work out, you got to know that going in, but we've had, honestly, despite all that, we've had great experiences, and we still do. So, anyway.
Yeah, and I still believe that the projects, the scripts, I believe they will be. I think they'll be made.
Sure.
I am with you.
I feel like, as long as we stick around, something's gonna happen.
Hey, the fact that we're able to do this for 13, going on 14 years now is a
Yeah.
goddamn miracle.
No kidding.
I mean, I'm just nothing but grateful to all of the fans. And it's honestly because of you guys, people watching right now, that we are able to do this, and we're here because of you
Sure.
guys. Like, those people in Hollywood, that's cool, but you guys are what really matters to us. And we always wrote these projects with you guys in mind. Just know
Yeah.
that. Like, we wanted to make something for our fans. Like,
Exactly.
so,
And speaking of which, someone's asking in the chat right now. Oh, is the version 4.1 trailer going to be? I thought they were just saying version 4.1, but is the trailer going to be available online or patrons only? Hey, the patrons only thing, that friend dimension is going to be for patrons.
but that's
We're not locking anything else up. I mean, that's it.
No.
So the trailer's going to be up any second.
We'll put it up tonight, but you know what? We've said enough. Why don't we just
Yeah.
play it again and then move on to our
Are we
next
gonna play it
segment?
again?
Let's play it again.
Want to?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Hey, now that you know exactly where we're coming for, maybe you can appreciate it a little bit more. Here it is, version 4.1.